Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's time for the aftermath. West Ham United crashes out of the FA Cup in the third round following a 2-1 defeat to Aston Villa at Villa Park. A game that may look like a bad result to those who hadn't been watching or paying attention to it, but a game of very much encouragement and a lot of promise from the West Ham players, especially under this new manager. Bear in mind that Graham Potter has only been in charge of West Ham for around, 36 hours or so? And already he's had to identify weaknesses in the team. He's given all the players a fair run out on the pitch. And he's seen what everybody can do individually and as a collective. There are a lot of promising signs, like I say. There's differences in our setup. There is a difference in our system. We seem to pass the ball a little bit better, arguably. And look, it just seemed a lot more positive than usual. Not to slag off Lopetegui, because I've praised him in a previous video, and well, not praised him, but I've wished him the best of luck for the future in a previous video. But if we played that game under his system, we wouldn't have played the way we did, and we would have lost by more goals possibly. One thing that doesn't encourage me is the team lineup, and I'll go into that now. Fabianski was in goal, Wan-Bissaka and Skarls as fullbacks, Mavropanos and Kilman as centre-backs, Alvarez and Souček as a midfield pairing, Crescencio, Somerville, Mohamed Kudus on the wings, Lucas Paquetá appearing as a 10, with Füllkrug up top. Kudus then shifted into a 10 role with Paquetá out wide. And it took 9 minutes for West Ham to strike. Lovely team goal this. Füllkrug knocks it down. West Ham work the ball on the ground. Somerville passes across the face of the goal. And then Paquetá fires it in with his left foot. Paquetá, within the opening 10 minutes, by the way, looked a completely transformed player. He has the class. It's not his fault he had to work under Floppy Loppy. And just when West Ham was on a high, it then hit a low. Nicholas Füllkrug seemed to pull his hamstring, an injury which Potter has confirmed to look quite serious, and Danny Ings had to come on. Somerville seemed to play as a wing-back role. He went back and chased balls in order to literally wing back and move the ball forward again. So he was asked to cover a bit more ground. And that's something good about our players now in the Potter system. They seem to be wanting to cover a lot more ground and a lot more space. We're not clamping around anymore. And we play with a little bit more conviction. We communicated a bit better. Players wanted to get the ball a lot more. And Villa barely had a shot or goal in the first half. Oli Skarls, by the way, was Roberto Skarlos. Insane well, not even a debut because he's played before, but insane FA Cup performance from him. He got man of the match from ITV because he was excellent. Somerville seemed to be taken off as a precaution, and Sofal had to come on. Yeah. And Wan-Bissaka went as the right wing back. When the equaliser came, Amadou Onana scored it, and it was bullshit. Right, this was coming from a corner that was not supposed to be. When a ball goes out of play, not one West Ham player contacts that ball. So why was a corner given? Scruffy equaliser on the 71st minute, but it shouldn't have come to that. And then that gave Villa momentum, and it destabilised West Ham's plan. And holy hell it did, because Morgan Rogers made it 2-1 5 minutes later. Sofal was too high up the field and he was shit. Mavropanos was shit. Kilman needed to do more. Cresswell came on for Oli Skarls and didn't do much. Soler and Guilherme came on for Mavropanos and Alvarez as well. They should have come on sooner, though I am encouraged by Guilherme. I will say that. Danny Ings was shit. My God, he was shit. £125,000 for him. Whoever agreed to allow that to happen should be shot. Honestly. He's one player that's out of contract in the summer. Thank the Lord. Sofal's out of contract in the summer. Thank the Lord. Let's get rid of the old geezers and just get in some young players. Get them out. But Potter's definitely going to want that. He's going to want to reduce the age of the squad. So that's a bit of a blessing in advance. When Füllkrug and Somerville came off, we lost an element in the attack. We didn't have anybody to win the build-up anymore. We didn't have someone to charge down that wing anymore. Kudus looked a bit lost. He might be one player that thrives under the Potter system, but I don't know. Alvarez didn't have an amazing game, but I think he was a little bit better than usual, to his credit. Seemed a bit more alert. Fulkrug getting hurt, though. Oh, he's a proper target man striker as well. And that's just a nightmare. We've got to get a striker, a centre-back and a midfielder in within the next 3 weeks. We've got to start doing it now. We've got to start looking now. And it's not I'm going to take anyone. We need someone who's energetic. We need a centre-back who's very commanding. And we need a striker who's younger. Screw it. I'd even take Jonathan David right now. I don't care what you people think about him. It's not because I'm a Canadian citizen. I'll take him right now. I'm disheartened by... Actually, why am I saying disheartened? I'm not disheartened by this result, okay? But I am encouraged. Think with a little bit of tweaking, Potter will get this right. But the effort and application were definitely there. And just like Potter said in his post-game interview, I can't fault that.